Well, since Ash Ketchum's now officially left the Pokemon anime, hey, I guess that's one thing left to do in his honor. Just do a collection video showing everything off here. Hey guys, it's Gum here, and we are back with another collection video here, and this one is an update to my Pokemon collection video here, and I made a video of it before, but I decided to redo it because the lighting wasn't that great. Right, so yeah, now I have much better lighting now. I'm doing this earlier in the day. It'd be much better for lighting here. Yeah, but yeah, I've been wanting to do this update for a while, but I just didn't have the time until now. Well, I did, just didn't feel like doing it yet until right now. That is because, yeah, I wanted to wait till I got several new titles, and definitely have gotten a lot of new stuff since the last update. Like, I have gotten all the movies, all the seasons of the shows that are currently released. At least, but yeah, there's still more yet to be released, but for now, this is all I have. We'll start off with the left, on the right side here, and then work our way to the left. Here, we'll start off with the season sets here. First is Pokemon Indigo League, complete collection. It says all 78 episodes. But should be 79 because Holiday Hijinks is missing here, but yeah, that's okay for me. Anyway, yeah, let's get disc 1 with Pikachu, disc 2 with Bulbasaur, and disc 3 with Charmander. Yeah, it's a 9-disc set, so you have the most discs in a set of all of these here. It's the second volume. Disc 4 with Squirtle, disc 5 with Meowth, that's right, and disc 6 with Slowpoke. And last disc in the set here, which, yeah, this would have the volume would have the Holiday Hijinks episode. I think it would be disc 8 in the old set. So if I wanted to, I could have gotten the old set that he swapped out this disc with that to have that episode. But I can easily look it up online, so I don't think it's worth me getting it for that. But yeah, it's disc 7 with Pidgeotto, disc 8 with Vulpix, and disc 9 with Arcanine. So that's Indigo League. Okay, let's put this back in the box. There we go. And I'll just set that off to the side. And next is Adventures in the Orange Islands. Yeah, I know this set he was missing 2 episodes. I remember what one of them was, but I don't remember the name of the episode, or even for any of them here. So yeah, 2 episodes is what it is. At least from here on out, all episodes aren't missing in the later sets. Yeah, there's disc 1 with Blastoise, disc 2 with Lapras, and disc 3 with Dragonite. Yeah, I know the older set of this was in like a box set here with but in like slim cases. And I know that had the 2 episodes that were missing, but yeah. Now we'll go on to Johto Journeys here. It's the only one that I don't have a slipcover for that can come with one. I did see a copy of this at Half Price Books a while back that had a slipcover, but I didn't pick it up because I didn't think it was really worth me getting just for the slipcover. Well, if any of these discs are scratching and we need to get a replacement, then maybe I will, but who knows. Yeah, there's disc 1 with Totodile, disc 2 with Weezing, disc 3 with Staryu, and disc 4 with Arbok. Next one to Johto League Champions. It's a good thing I do have all these that are currently released at this point. Here, because yeah, Johto I know is a hard season to get all the releases of, but I never bothered trying to get those compilation DVDs of episodes because there were just too many, and I don't remember how many there were. So Disc 1 with Weezing, Disc 2 with Perfect! Disc 3 with Poliwhirl, Disc 4 with Golbat, Disc 5 with Bayleaf, and Disc 6 with Ladybug. Yeah, putting the Slipcoats back in off camera just because that's a little easier for me to do. Next we're on to Master Quest, the last of the Johto season here. It's a 7-disc set, so yeah, that's why it's in a thicker case like this. Yeah, and I haven't mentioned any of the Pokemon Adventures manga here, but that's just kind of standard for most of these here. We got Disc 1 with Bulbasaur, Disc 2 with Corsola, Disc 3 with Espeon, Disc 4 with Larvitar, Disc 5 with Togepi, Disc 6 with Houndour, and Disc 7 with Pichu. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the Classic Series, as I like to call it. I'm sure most people consider that the Classic Series. And now on to Advance, Pokemon Advance here, and this was the first set I got in these complete collections here that I got. And it's a 5-disc set, but it's in like a thicker case with, not really sure why, and the sticker was on the front when I decided to just put it there. Got Disc 1 with Torchic, Disc 2 with Mudkip, Disc 3 with Trico, Disc 4 with Tailo, and Disc 5 with Corphish. Yeah, not really saying too much about some of the stuff on the first stack here, because all of the stuff in this first stack here is stuff I've shown already in the previous collection video of this. I did. And, yeah, it was Advanced Challenge. Yeah, it's 6-disc set, so got Disc 1 with Chimecho, Disc 2 with Wurmple, Disc 3 with Zigzagoon, Disc 4 with Torkoal, Disc 5 with Kitty, I think it was, and Disc 6 with Slowpoke, I don't remember the name off the top of my head. And next we're on to Advanced Battle, the last season before they changed the cast. Yeah. So 96-disc set. We got Disc 1 with Absol, Disc 2 with Cascoon, Disc 3 with Plusle, Disc 4 with Wobblue, Disc 5 with Grovyle, and Disc 6 with Snorunt. There's a little piece missing in the holder there, but yeah, that's okay. The disc still holds just fine. And when next we're on to Battle Frontier. Who had first season to use the new cast here. Well, technically not new anymore, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so we got Disc 1 with Phanpy, Disc 2 with Mudkip, Disc 3 with Compuskin, Disc 4 with Dustox, Disc 5 with Bulbasaur, and Disc 6 with Fortress. So that's in Advanced Generation seasons. They are now on to Diamond and Pearl seasons, and starting from this point on, they change a few things. Like at the bottom here, it says complete season, when all the other ones said the complete collection. In which, yeah, I do like this change here because it's more accurate than, in my opinion, well, it's a complete season of a show. I guess that just felt more accurate to me. And another change they made was the disc art here. They made them a little bit more plain. No Pokemon on the disc, just the number and the title and colored background. That's it. So no need to say the name of Pokemon on the disc because there aren't any. Although I still kind of wish there was. That was just a nice little extra detail that I did like that they added on them. And next we're going on to the complete seasons that came out after I did my first collection video on this. The first one here was Battle Dimensions. Yeah. Remember I had to repurchase this one twice. Well, once in stores, but the case was all broken and a few discs were scratched, and the second time off Amazon. And luckily I managed to get the second time worked. Yep, 7-disc set, just like the last one, and the next one is also a 7-disc set. And I'll just set that next to that. And next is Galactic Battles. The first season to be in widescreen. Well, first view up, I think like the first disc or two is in full screen, but then the rest of the discs go in widescreen. And so, yeah, and yeah, there's 7-disc set yet again. And then, yeah. And the last Diamond and Pearl season, it's an Elite Victors, and it's in a normal size case, and no human characters on the artwork, fun artwork here. But yeah, I guess you can say that the third disc in the Indigo League volume was the first one, but that just depends on what you view it as. This is only a 4-disc set, so not too many episodes in here. And now on to Black and White seasons, where the series got its first soft reboot. I say first soft reboot because I feel like that's what they're doing now for Generation 9, as that being another soft reboot, and handling it in a way that doesn't ruin Ash's skill, reset Ash's skill experience here, where like this here, where mostly it's just the first season of Black and White. Here, but there was still a little bit here in some of the later Black and White seasons, but oh wow. So yeah, when I thought this came out, when I heard this was coming out, I first thought this would be in like a 6-disc set, but no, they used an 8-disc set here. So my guess is that they just reused the content from the 4 volumes that were released back in the day, but and decided to put it on here, but that's just my guess. And I thought that was also going to be the same for these next 2 volumes here. So here's Rivals Destiny, but yeah, they actually made these last 2 be a 6-disc set, but they just made them like thicker cases, like these. It's disc 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and started releasing these in clear cases, so it's kind of cool. Not very necessary, but cool at the same time. Could have done a little more, like add an episode list on the back. Like, oh well. And here's the most recent one that came out, is Adventures in Unova and Beyond, and it's interesting that this took like a year. The gap between this and Rivals Destiny was like a year gap in between, like, or at least close to that, which is weird because normally they would wait like 6 or so months for a season to be, for these to be released, and then we would get another one. But yeah, 6-disc set, just like the last one here, and yeah, there was backup work on this, so like if I do that, you can see there was backup work, but it was released in a black case. If yours comes in a clear case, then you can let me know, or I'll just find an unboxing, see if someone has it here. And I don't have any of the X and Y volumes because since this just recently got released, they'll probably release these complete seasons for X and Y soon. Who knows when though? No, but yeah. So that's why I don't have any of the X and Y volumes. And plus the series right now, the X and Y series is on Hulu, so I could easily watch it on there for now. For now, if I ever want to rewatch the anime, which I don't think I will anytime soon. And I'm just, unless I just, want to rewatch some parts of it. But oh well. So we're skipping X and Y for now, and now we're going on to Sun and Moon here. Here's the first season, and this has some special features, and it says clean opening and ending. For the rest of these here have that special feature on them. And look at that, the artwork, the Pokemon have disc on the disc now. So we got disc 1 with Pikachu, disc 2 with Rowlet, disc 3 with Popplio, and disc 4 with Litten, disc 5 with Rockruff, and disc 6 with me McHugh, and this does have back artwork as well, but yeah, I just have it in a black case. I'm not sure if it can come in a clear case or not. Probably can. And here's the only one I own on Blu-ray, and that's Sun and Moon Ultra Adventures. And this did get a DVD set, but I got the Blu-ray set when I was like, oh hey, that's cool. And Indigo League did get a Blu-ray release, but that's only the first 52 episodes. You know, disc 1 with Nebby, disc 2 with that Ultra Beast, I don't remember the name of it, disc 3 with Litton, no, wait, Torcat, disc 4 with Poipole, disc 5 with Lycanroc, Duskform, and disc 6 with that Ultra Beast, which I don't remember the name of. And when I saw they were releasing the Sun and Moon series in complete seasons, like this here, and then getting a Blu-ray release here, I was like, okay, like this one did here, and that got me thinking, oh, okay, they're releasing the more recent seasons in complete seasons now and on Blu-ray. That's cool. So they went 2 steps forward, but then they went back on those steps and started releasing them in volumes again, sadly. But oh well, it's just a better way to make money, I guess. What matters is that we have them, because yes, Animal Ultra Legends here got released in 3 volumes. So here's the first one, The Last Grand Trial, Pikachu on the front. And it does tell you on the back on episodes 1 through 18, so like it tells you how, like for the next one it'll have 19 through something, I don't remember exactly. But and yeah, so that's good. Nice that they did it that way. And there's disc 1 with Sandy, aka Lana's Eevee, and disc 2 with the evolved form Popular Leo. I forgot the name of it, unfortunately. And yeah, hopefully Sun and Moon Ultra Legends does get a complete season released at some point. I wouldn't even mind if it's DVD or not. Just a complete season in one way or another, is fine. What Sun and Moon was on Netflix like a year ago, but yeah, a year ago, it got removed. Oh well. At least I have a way to watching this show now on DVD. That's fine. So it was volume 2 of the Alola League. Begins with Torcat on the front. Yeah, okay. So this says 19 through 36. And it's yeah, they're all pretty much the same overall design, just a little different in artwork. It was disc 1 with, I think that's Melmetal, or that's the evolved form, I don't remember. And disc 2 with the evolved form of Valid, but I don't remember that name either. And now coming up to the last Sun and Moon Ultra Legends volume, and that is the first Alola League champion with Valid on the front cover. And yeah, it has this little circle saying the epic conclusion to the Alola Sun and Moon series. Yeah, it says episodes 37 through 54. So it's great. And disc 1 with that Ultra Beast I don't remember the name of, and disc 2 with Incineroar on it. So yeah, that's all Sun and Moon, and I do have 1 volume of the current season season that technically ended for the Jet, but still yet to get all episodes of in the US yet of this as of this recording, and that's Pokemon Journeys. The journey starts today. I couldn't resist. Here, so this is the first volume. I know there was 2 other volumes of the first season of Pokemon Journeys here, but I don't have them. I saw this in Half Price Books a while back, and I was like, okay, I'll pick that up. But, you know, I'm not too focused on getting the volumes for Pokemon Journeys here, since the show's on Netflix, and it'll be on there for a while. But yeah, there's disc 1 with Pichu, and I forget that Pokemon's name is, and like at the back, it looks kind of like a map. And there's disc 2 with Butterfree and Caterpie. Yeah, and that's pretty much all of the all of the seasons DVDs I have. But yeah, I don't know if I'll get any of the other volumes of Pokemon Journeys or not, but maybe by then we'll get a complete seasons of this alongside Sun and Moon and X and Y. So yeah, that's it for the show. Now on to the movies here. I have them all in order here. Here's the first one, which has the first movie, second movie, and the third movie, which is Mewtwo Strikes Back. I think this one's actually it's called 2000, and third one's Entei Spell the Unknown. Here, and this is in a steelbook set, and this did get re-released in 2018 in a regular sized Blu-ray case here, but I never got it because it's pretty much the same as this, just everything's on one disc, and imagine you get like the background's like this blue wave thing, but I'm not taking all the discs out, just this one out to show here the Pikachu in the corner and the first movie's disc. Here's and yeah, so there's no point in me really getting the 2018 Blu-ray case version. But plus, you know, this is one of the only 2 steelbooks I have, so there's that too. And next is Mewtwo Returns. Yeah, I don't expect this to ever get a Blu-ray release, but this did come in like a different style case before, or to where it had like a little cardboard thing on this side here. And this fight was a little more tougher plastic. But yeah, I don't have anything to compare it to, unfortunately, which I forgot, that's something I forgot to get, which I did do in my first record take of this, but forgot it for this one, but oh well. And his next video I'll cover about the same time here. Here's, yeah, we have Pokemon Heroes and Jirachi Wishmaker here, and I'm actually planning on getting rid of these here, because, yeah, I swapped the cases out from other releases because, yeah, the cases were nice and I wanted to keep the cases, so I just swapped the cases out for other stuff, for a little bit of worse cases here. And I figured since I'm getting rid of these, I might as well just show them off one for the collection video here before I get rid of them. Like, I know I could just keep, I wish I was keeping them for the Pikachu shorts that were on them, but more I thought about is like, yeah, you know what, I can easily look those up online. If I'm watching the movies, I'll just watch them in this 4-pack here, which also includes Forever and Destiny Deoxys. See, and plus these are all in widescreen, and there is a Blu-ray version of this out there, but it's out of print, and from what I've done a little more research on it, was that I think the Blu-ray transfer wasn't that great. It was just like DVD quality, but just put it onto a Blu-ray. Oh well. Well, that's okay. I'm perfectly fine with this here, and who knows if those films will ever get actual Blu-ray transfers at some point. But only time will tell. And next is Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. It's a 2-disc collector's edition. And this also has a bonus disc in it with the Mastermind of Mirage Pokemon, which is meant to celebrate Pokemon at its 10th anniversary. The show's 10th anniversary here, and here's the disc there. And originally, in my last collection video of this, the holder for the Lucario and Mystery Mew was broken, so I had to take out the disc and put it separately. However, a few months ago, I went to a store and saw that they had this in stock, and the holder wasn't broken. So I was like, okay, I'm picking that up. So now, so I have a replacement of this now. I don't need to have the disc separately, so that's great. Okay, then next is Pokemon Ranger and the Temple of the Sea. It has a bonus disc in Pikachu's Island Adventure on it, so it's interesting, and it's on a separate disc here, but it also has the advertisement for Diamond and Pearl. But yeah, there's the disc. And next we're going back to the Blu-rays for a bit with the Diamond and Pearl 4-movie collection, and just like that first steelbook I showed you, this did get re-released in 2018 in a regular sized case with the Rise of Darkrai, Giratina, and the Sky Warrior on a disc, and Arceus and the Jewel of Life and Zoroark Master of Illusions on another disc. But yeah, keeping the steelbook because this is like one of the only few steelbooks I have in my collection, so that's why I'm keeping this here. And next is the black and white 4-movie collection, which has, Pokemon Black, Victini, and Reshiram, and Pokemon White, Victini, and Zekrom. It also has Kyurem, the Sword of Justice, and Genesect, the Legend Awakened. Yeah, if you saw my last collection video, you would have known that I had these films here on DVD last, but since this Blu-ray got released, I got rid of it, and since I had this. So that's great. Great, and nice that these films get Blu-ray releases, but we have not had the X and Y films released yet, which I'm kind of surprised. Let me move that a little closer for me to reach. So I have the X and Y films on DVD now, which is the first one's Diancie and the Cocoon of Destruction. And what's interesting about this and the next one is that it has a little prequel short on it that it doesn't even mention on the back here. So you just have to put in the disc and see that for yourself. And I was pretty surprised by that. I was like, huh. Yeah, they got me wondering, do any of the other films have prequel shorts on them? I don't think they do, but if they do, and if you have, just let me know. Down in the comments if you have any of the DVD sets of the films individually. Next is Hoopa and the Clash of Ages. Then, yeah, just like the last one, this one also has prequel short on it. Just kind of cool, but yeah. And the last DVD here is Volcanium and the Mechanical Marvel. It's no prequel short on this one. Just felt like it made this one kind of the odd one out of the X and Y films, but oh well. Hopefully these films do get a 3-movie collection Blu-ray set here, so that these films will get Blu-ray transfers and stuff like that. So it would also save a little shelf space, but I thought that would come out by around last year, but I guess it didn't. Though, well, maybe that'll still come eventually, and hopefully soon, though. And next we have the alternate timeline Ash movies here. First one is I Choose You, the 20th Pokemon movie, and the last collection video, my copy was a bootleg here, but shortly a few months after that video came out, I got a replacement here to fix that, so it's no longer a bootleg. Again, yeah, because the disc was black, on the underside here was black, but here, look at that, it's no longer black, it's regular Blu-ray now. Someone actually made a clip, out of context clip of me showing it off there. So I'll link that in the description if you want to check it out. And I even made a community post about it a while back when it came out. But yeah, here's the next film, The Power of Us. Yeah, don't have much to say on this, but it's the look on the back there. And it's the disc Lugia. And taking a quick little detour here for Pokemon Detective Pikachu. Because, yeah, I figured I might as well just show this one off since it is a Pokemon movie. Yeah, it was a sequel to this that was set to come, but so it hasn't happened yet. Like, they said it wasn't canceled yet. I just don't know. So I don't know all the story behind it, but yeah, so who knows when that sequel will come out. I don't know if I'll see it in theaters or not, if it does come, but maybe I will, who knows. Just kind of depends. If there was like a movie coming out around that same time that I want to see more than that, then that might change my mind on it, seeing it in theaters. Oh well. Next is Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution. It's basically like a CGI remake of the first film here, which is interesting, but it does have the same modern cast, which is nice. It also feel a little weird with the style here, but that was just me. But just a disc with Team Rocket on it. and back artwork there, and yeah, the remake's nice and all, but I honestly prefer the original. But that's just my opinion. I know there are also some people out there that do prefer this over the original, but I can see why. And the last one film here is Pokemon Secrets of the Jungle. Bond like no other. This Blu-ray came out like a few months ago, and yeah. Don't much else to say on this except it's a continuation of the alternate timeline Ash, and I've not had a new film released yet at all yet. So does this mean they're done with making movies for Pokemon? I don't know. But maybe for Ash they will, but unless they decide to continue the alternate timeline for Ash, in these movies. So that could be a possibility, but yeah, that's pretty much everything in my Pokemon collection here. It's quite a lot here. Well, I'll probably do another update soon once I get once the rest of the seasons leading up to Journeys will be released. Not sure if I will pick up anything from Scarlet and Violet anime or not, but I'll still give it a watch when it comes to Netflix and stuff, to see what it's like, if I like it or not. But yeah, I almost didn't give Sun and Moon. I was tempted to leave the series after Sun and Moon, or before Sun and Moon, when I saw the art style. But I'm glad I stuck around because the show got some good stuff from Sun and Moon and from Journeys. But yeah, so I don't know when I'll do another update to this. Probably won't be for a few more years, but yeah, I will do another update to this at some point, but don't know when. So yeah, that will be it. So see you all next time for either another collection video or something else. So I'll see you all next time.